together with Earle Sports Bets. Yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, it's R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. Tim will be here in a little bit. We've got a 9-game baseball slate to go over, including some daytime action. We always love some daytime action. And then we have Thursday night football as well, a game I'm not really looking forward to. The Giants and the Niners. The Niners are double-digit favorites. I'm still waiting to see the first person on the Giants, but that's beyond the point. I've already moved on that first half and full game under. I got 22.5 and 45. We'll get into that. I have not moved on anything in the MLB yet, but before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we'll take a look back at what happened yesterday. 1-1 right, 1-1 wrong in the world of sports betting. Atlanta, Philadelphia, over 9.5, never in doubt. Totally did not need extra innings. A 2-run single or 2-run double with 2 outs in the top of the 10th from the Phillies. Definitely no stress, anything like that with that over 9.5 win after it was like 4-1 in the fourth. So a nice little winner to start the day. And then they got tampered by the San Francisco Giants for the second straight day. Completely burned me. First 5 in full game. Lost them both. But then the night turned better. Won 4 of the last 5 plays after that 1-2 start. LA, Tampa Bay over 8. Did not think it was going to be the Angels contributing all of those runs. But yeah, that was a winner. The Mets continue to be a bet on team here the last couple weeks. They've made me some money. First 5 in full game. They come through yesterday there. Toronto, New York, first 5 under 3.5. Low total. Can't be scared of low totals. Cash that one there. Pittsburgh, Chicago, first 5 under 4 was a loser, as that game was stupid high scoring. But that is beyond the point there. So overall, 5-3 up 1.28 units after what happened on what was it? Monday? Tuesday. What happened on Tuesday? I'll take a slight profit there for that, and we'll move on to today's card, which it's a lighter one for baseball, but we'll head over to the chat, and then we will head to the first game. Yo, what's good, Markel? Favorite play, Brewers over 2.5 runs for 7 innings. There you go. Second favorite, Cubs money line at 70% payout, about around noon for tonight's game, down to a 58%. All right. Morning, thoughts on the Rays money line, run line today in the first game, Canning versus Ethlin. We will get into that. In just a second here. That'll be the first game we talk about. Primetime under, I'm on it. It moved in my favor. Yep, I got 45, and it's down to a 43.5 last time I checked. But we'll get it started here. Light slate in the baseball. Let's get into it. Tampa Bay Rays and the LA Angels. The Rays are minus 245 favorites with a total of 7.5 in this game. This line opened up at a 245. It is still a 245. Line opened up at a 7.5 minus 115. It is a 7.5 at minus 110 now. Now, I'm not a huge fan of betting big favorites like this, but when do you want them? When they're pissed off, maybe, after getting blown out last night. Let's take a look here at the markets. Come on, there we go. We do have 84% of tickets and 82% of the cash is on the Rays. We have 47% of the tickets, 48% of the cash is on the under. The line's not really moved, which is kind of concerning if you do like the Rays. But after last night, I kind of do want the Rays. Looking at ballpark pal for this one here. We cashed the over with this game yesterday. I don't remember the ballpark factors for this one. But today, Tampa Bay, Tropicana failed the normal minus 7%. looking at the pitching matchup, I like Zach Eflin. I really do. 2.55 ERA, 1.09, 0.93 WHIP, 10.19 strikeouts per nine, which is 29%, 1.43 walks per nine, a 276 BABIP, a 2.98 FIP, and a 3.16 ERA. Griffin Canning, 3.58 ERA, 1.16 WHIP, 10.08 strikeouts per nine, which is 27%, 1.63 walks per nine, a 3.11 BABIP, a 3.44 FIP, and a 3.43 SIERA. Bullpen advantage is a massive one here for the Rays. They're elite, 2.14 ERA, 2.63 WHIP compared to 5 FIP and a 4.66 SIERA. Rays with a massive hitting advantage, 105 WRC plus, which is 11th compared to 83, which is 26th. I am interested in the Rays. The run line is minus 120, which is kind of annoying. But I think that's probably the look. This total, I believe, has gone down a little bit, so kind of telling me that this under could be in play, even though all the money's on the over, or not all the money. 56% of the tickets, 52% of the cash is on the over. The lines move towards the under, and when we look at it, I mean, the Rays have been slightly above average hitting, but Griffin Canning has not been that bad. The more and more I'm looking at it, the more and more I think this under is a look, because we have Eflin, who is absolutely dominant at home. What is Eflin's home road splits? Actually, it's not as the ERA is not that different. 3.28 ERA in 98 and 2/3 innings pitched against at home, for 3.65 and 69 innings pitched on the road. The only difference is he's 11-4 at home and 4-4 on the road. Kind of like this under. And it is that's a 4 for a 7.5. Do I want to start my day with the first 5 under? But the question is, do we trust Griffin Canning? Is the question, and maybe we do. What has Griffin Canning done as of late? Because I'm kind of like, he got hit a little bit in his last start. 4 runs, 3 runs the previous to that, 2-1-1. So they've lost his last 4 starts, but they've covered the run line plus 1.5 at 2 of them. I'm kind of thinking the Rays. I think I just want to back the Rays here on the run line, minus 120. I hate taking chalked road or chalked home run lines, but this is definitely a spot. The Rays got to keep winning to keep pace with the Orioles, have a shot in that division. They had a chance to get that division within 1.5 games last night, with the Orioles losing to the Astros, but of course they lose that game. I'm gonna move on the Rays here, minus 1.5 and minus 120. Under in the same game was an easy to bet to max bet the promotion. The 49ers under isn't as clear to me. Fair. Not enough of advantage in Rays. Angels don't force a play. First 5 seems like a look. I would think towards that first 5 under 4. I kind of like that. I came into this game wanting to bet the Rays, especially after last night. So I'm fine with my Rays play here. Rays minus 1.5, minus 120 to kick it off. This next one here kind of has me confused. It's a pick-em between the Cardinals and the Brewers. The Brewers have been really good as of late. The Cardinals have not, and it's a pick-em. That's kind of a fishy line. But, I mean, yesterday was a fishy line as well, and Brewers came and blew them out. This line opened up at even money for the Brewers are up to 103. So it's been a 3-cent line movement towards Milwaukee. So the Brewers opened up as a pick-em, even money dog. Line opened up in an 8.5, minus 115. Is still at that 8.5 at minus 115. 68% of the tickets, 80% of the cash is on the. That's the run line. 93% of the tickets, 98% of the cash is on the Brewers. That is definitely not anything I want to be part of. 40% of the tickets and 66% of the cash is on the over in this game. The line has moved. I wanted to say the line moved towards the under, right? And no, my bad. It hadn't moved. It's had no line movement. Taking a look at the ballpark pal, it's the third best conditions, but there's only 2 ballparks with more than a with positive run expectancy. This Busch Stadium minus 2%, minus 12% home runs, plus 2% doubles, triples, plus 3% singles. The pitching matchup here is Wade Miley and Miles Michaelis. Nothing I'm interested in backing. Wade Miley, 4.39 ERA, 1.05 whip, 5.06 strikeouts per nine, which is 14%. 3.04 walks per nine, a 165 BABIP, a 6.18 FIP, and a 5.37 SIERA. Michaelis has been downright terrible. 7.27 ERA, 1.50 whip, 3.89 strikeouts per nine, which is 10%, 1.82 walks per nine, a 295 BABIP, a 6.38 FIP, and a 5.63 SIERA. I mean, the only way I can look with these pitchers is over. These offenses don't give me too much to be excited about, though. But for bullpen-wise, Milwaukee with the bullpen advantage, 3.15 FIP, 3.51 SIERA compared to 4.87 and 4.33. Hitting advantage goes towards these Brewers, 98 WRC plus, which is 15th compared to 80, which is 28th for the Cardinals. I mean, this is a simple pass for me. I would lean over if I had to bet anything in this game. There's no way I can touch the Brewers at this market. It's Cardinals or nothing, which I can understand people interested in the Cardinals saying this is a really fishy line, because I do think it is a fishy line, which tells me maybe Miles Michaelis pitches well in this game, or the Cardinals light up Wade Miley, and I'm not going to try to find out which one it is. So it's a simple pass for me. Northander saying, morning. Michaelis has given up 3+ runs and 7+ starts. Brewers, first 5. Yep, there you go. We'll move on. The Atlanta Braves, 255 road chalk here in this one on the road against the Nationals, total of 9 in this spot. And it's Max Fried and Jake Irving. This line did open up at a 230. It's up to a 256, so a massive line move, 26 cents towards these Atlanta Braves. Total opened up at a 9 at minus 120. It's now a 9 at minus 112, so an 8-cent line movement towards the under in this game as well. We have 64% of the tickets are on the under, no cash flow there. 13% of the tickets, 45% of the cash is on the Nationals, plus 1.5. 99% of the tickets are on the Braves money line. No cash flow on the side here in this one. Ballpark Pal has this is one of the 2 stadiums with positive run expectancy, plus 6% runs, minus 4% home runs, plus 4% doubles, triples, plus 7% singles. I think we're going to start to see more unders as we go along here. Let's take a look at the matchup, though. Max Fried, 2.73 ERA, 1.25 whip, 10.31 strikeouts per nine, which is 28%, 2.73 walks per nine, a 3.24 BABIP, a 3.73 FIP, and a 3.59 SIERA. On the flip side, Jake Irving, 2.93 ERA, 1.23 whip, so he's been okay. 7.81 strikeouts per nine, which is 21%. 4.88 walks per nine. He does walk a lot of batters. You can't do that against the Braves. A 2.29 BABIP, but a 4.78 FIP and a 5.12 SIERA. So suggests to me that he should be getting hits in. And then the bullpen advantage actually, as of late, goes towards the Nationals, which sounds super weird. 4.44 FIP, 4.24 SIERA compared to 5.62 and 3.61 for the Braves. The question is, will the Nationals be able to take advantage of that against lefties? This used to be a bet-on team, the Washington Nationals against lefties. Since then, the last 30 days, it's been terrible. Granted, they've gotten 259 at-bats against lefties, so it's not like it's a lack of sample size here. They have 43 WRC plus. Like this team, this Nationals team against lefties has just stopped hitting. And then on the flip side, the Braves 127 WRC plus, which is 4th. I mean, I wanted a reason to take the Natties as a big divisional home dog here. I just can't find a way to. I think maybe the only way is to expect this game to be an under, and you can take, what is this line? Minus 125 for plus 2.5. Like the Braves have not been very impressive to me as of late, and maybe that's the luck here is taking plus 2.5. The Braves are coming into this game losing 5 of 6, so I can see this as a spot where we see them continue to coast as the season goes along here. I'm actually really interested in that plus 2.5, minus 125 for these Washington Nationals. I think I'm going to actually move on that. I think I want to move on that. So I'm going to do it. Washington Nationals plus 2.5 at minus 125. I project this as a lower scoring game. So I think in a lower scoring game, we can get the Nationals to keep it semi-close. So Natty's plus 2.5 here at minus 125 for me. The Red Sox. Red Sox piss. Yeah, they pissed me off too yesterday. I mean, I didn't bet them, but they were up 4-0, and I was going to hope the Astros could gain a game on the Rangers here, but nope. They have Cardinals fave first 5. Oh, I did not see that. Yep. Yes, sir. Hard to fade Max Fried Chicken, but may ride the Natties plus 1.5. The Natties, I think, are a team that can definitely cover and then pass there for Markel. We'll keep on moving on. It's by my bet, especially 2.5 runs with the home team. Yep, at a reasonable price. Yep, sign me up. Toronto Blue Jays and the New York Yankees in this one here. The Yankees $1.30 favorites with a total of 7 in this game. 7. Low total. Line opened up at a 130. It's down to a 135. So a 5-cent line movement towards these Jays. Total opened up at 7.5. It's down to a 7. So a move towards the under and a move towards the Jays, expecting Jose Barrios to pitch well. 80% of the tickets, 71% of the cash is on these on this under. We have 59% of the tickets and 98% of the cash is on the Jays in this game. The lines move slightly towards the Jays. But that's kind of crazy, the amount of money on the Jays here. Don't know if I particularly want to get involved with that. Yankee Stadium minus 3% runs, plus 1% home runs, but minus 13% double triples, plus 2% singles. As we get deeper into the season, you're going to see these. And I think you guys have already noticed that these ballpark pals are going down. That's just because the weather's getting colder. So I can definitely see some more unders going forward here. Also, you're going to be seeing more lower totals, which is part of it as well. But let's get into the pitching matchup here. Quickly had to put in Jose Barrios because of the accent there. Barrios has not been particularly great. 3.94 ERA, 1.06 whip, 7.88 strikeouts per 9, which is 22%, 1.41 walks per 9, a 261 BABIP, about a 4.42 FIP, and a 4.01 SIERA. The question is, will the Yankees actually be able to take advantage of that? I don't know if they will. On the flip side, Garrett Cole's been good. 3.03 ERA, 1.04 whip, 10.6 strikeouts per 9, which is 29%, 1.51 walks per 9, a 289 BABIP, a 3.23 FIP, and a 3.23 SIERA, basically locking down that American Cy Young Award. The bullpen advantage is a slight edge towards the Yankees, 4.06 FIP, 4.79 SIERA compared to 4.06 and 3.83. The hitting advantage goes towards the Toronto Blue Jays, 108 WRC plus, which is 9th, compared to 79, which is 28th. Maybe a Yankee team total under in this one. If we expect Barrios to pitch well, the only problem is their team total is a 3.5, and it's a 1.5 first 5. Don't know if I particularly want to get involved with that. I believe the first 5 is probably another 3.5. Yeah, that's kind of crazy as well. Another game I really have no interest in. So this is probably just going to be another stay off spot for me. So pass. Barrios not as hot on the road. I saw. Yeah, fair enough. We will head on to the next matchup here. A team that's been a nice sneaky dog as of late. The New York Mets. They're taking on the Philadelphia Phillies here. They play the Phillies 6 of their final 9 games. There's 9 games left? 9 games. And the Phillies are minus 155 favorites, total of 9 in this one. Here we have David Peterson and Ranger Suarez. This line opened up at a minus 170 for the Phillies. It's down to a 157. So once again, the line moved towards the Mets. This line opened up at a minus 125 for the over 9. It is a plus 105 for the over 9 now. So it's moved towards the under, and it's moved towards the Mets, expecting Peterson to pitch well here. The big question mark for me is Peterson on the road. But with that being said, we have 63% of the tickets, and 98% of the cash is on the Mets. Lions definitely respected this money. So 62% of the tickets, 88% of the cash is on this over. And and the line has moved towards the under, which is kind of interesting there. Maybe we expect Peterson and maybe we expect Peterson to pitch well, and same with Ranger Suarez. Citizens Bank Park is minus 3% runs, minus 5% home runs, minus 2% doubles, triples, plus 1% singles. So not great hitting conditions here. Peterson has been okay as of late. Let me get Ranger Suarez's numbers up real quick because he has the accent in his name, so I have to manually put that in, which is annoying, but it is what it is. So we have Peterson, 4.61 ERA, 1.443 WHIP, 11.20 strikeouts per nine, which is 29%, 2.63 walks per nine, a 380 BABIP, a 3.77 FIP, and a 3.39 SIERA. On the flip side, Ranger Suarez, 3.31 ERA, 1.22 WHIP, 11.02 strikeouts per nine, which is 29%, 4.96 walks per nine, a 237 BABIP, a 406 FIP, and a 4.33 SIERA. Bullpen edge goes towards these Phillies, 3.91 FIP, 3.95 SIERA compared to 4.23 and 4.13. Hitting advantage going towards the Phillies as well, 128 WRC plus, which is 6th, compared to 106, which is 16th. I am interested in the Mets, and the Mets early in this game. This Mets team has been a team I've made some money with as of late. Now, the bullpen edge does go towards the Phillies, so I'm going to isolate this just to the first 5. But this Mets team, Mets first 5, has just been a little bit of a wagon towards the end of the season here. I'm noticing with this Mets team, they're starting to play better down the stretch. The young guys are getting action. Mauricio's looked really good. Beatty started to play a little bit better. We're seeing Vientos. He had 2 home runs last night. Brandon Nimmo's starting to pick it back up. Pete Alonso's started to look better. Jeff McNeil's contributing as of late. So this is all of a sudden a Mets lineup where they're getting contributions from players that we either expected in the beginning of the season, like McNeil, like Alonso, like Nimmo, and we weren't, like Vientos, like Mauricio, and Alvarez too. I mean, if there's any positive to take out of this Mets season, is they're getting some youth development with those guys. And I think that's going to help them heading into next season. But with that being said, I took the Mets first 5 at plus 130 here. I'm not a huge Ranger Suarez fan. I can definitely see him getting hit today. And the way this Mets team is playing, I'll take plus money with him here. I've been riding the Mets a little bit as of late. I'm going to be right back on them today. Let's see, 8.5 now. Most books this Mets game. Yeah, it's a trap. Suarez ain't no Ranger. Books need Phillies. Phillies first 5 money line. I think if the books need the Phillies, this would be more full game. Yeah, Mets getting love because they got a few runs on Yuri Perez. See, Mets getting some love because they've won as of late. Like, this is a Mets team that's been playing better as of late. They're coming in off of winning 2 out of 3 against the Marlins. They did lose 2 out of 3 against the Reds, but they won 3 out of 4 against the Diamondbacks. So this is a team that heading into this game has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They won 6 of their last 9 games. So this is a team that's playing better as of late. I'm not backing Suarez at this number. So that's first 5 for me there. Cleveland Guardians hosting the Baltimore Orioles, minus 175 for the Orioles, total of 8.5. You guys know how I feel about Orioles games. I believe it's going to be Hunter Gaddis for the Cleveland Guardians versus Grayson Rodriguez. I've got nothing in this game. I don't bet Orioles games, so we'll keep on moving on. Chicago Cubs and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Cubbies minus 155 favorites, total of 8.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot here, where we have the Cubs opened up as a minus 164. That's down to a 159, so a 5-cent line movement here towards the Cubbies. Line opened up at an 8.5 minus 110. It's down to an 8.5 minus 107. So a slight move towards the under and a slight move towards Pittsburgh here in this spot. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game. We have 53% of the tickets and 67% of the cash is on the Cubbies, and yet the lines move towards the Buccos in this one here, including 94% of the tickets and 94% of the cash on the Cubs run line, and move towards the Pirates. 53% of the tickets, 73% of the cash is on the over. The lines move towards the under. So let's take a look at Ballpark Power, which has Wrigley at minus 12% runs, minus 19% home runs, minus 17% double triples, 0% singles. So it looks like very good pitchers friendly weather here in Chicago with a total of 8.5 in this game. And we're getting Kyle Hendricks and Johan Oviedo. This is the problem, is having to trust Johan Oviedo, 2.73 ERA, 1.44 whip, 7.86 strikeouts per nine, which is 20%. 5.13 walks per nine, a 280 BABIP, a 4.32 FIP, and a 5.15 Sierra. On the flip side, Kyle Hendricks, 3.12 ERA, 1.22 whip, 6.55 strikeouts per nine, which is 17%, 1.57 walks per nine, a 3.04 BABIP, a 3.17 FIP, and a 4.54 Sierra. Bullpen edge goes towards the Pirates, 3.66 FIP, 3.90 Sierra compared to 3.89 and 3.91. Slight hitting advantage towards the Cubbies, 89 WRC plus, which is 20th compared to 88, which is 21st. Now, should the Cubs be favorites? Yeah. Should they be minus 155 favorites? The line's moved against them. And I think this line may be a little wide. And maybe you look towards the Pirates in this spot. Their first five is plus 145. The full game is plus 146. Don't know how much I trust the Pirates here in this spot, but, I mean, it's dog or pass for me in this game. Am I going to get to it? Probably not. But for me, it's Buccos or nothing for me in this spot, especially with all the money coming in on the Cubbies and then moving the line towards the Pirates here in this spot. Makes me think that the Pirates are a live underdog in this game. Tim, your thoughts here, Cubs and Pirates?
Yeah, I didn't have a picture for the Cubbies last night. Now that I see it's Hendricks. I'm kind of at this point of the year writing out some of my futures. Which one of my futures is the Cubs to win to make it to the playoffs. So I will be rooting for the Cubs. I'm going to kind of take a step back from a lot of just trying to go out and betting a lot of these games. If I looked at this one, for me, it's Cubs run line because I'm not laying 155. But I don't feel like I need to get involved in this game, so it's gonna just be a stay away for this one.
Fair enough.
Wow, you're almost through all the games. Okay.
Yeah, I mean there was only 9 games. Any thoughts on any of the 6 games that we've touched on? I've touched on.
I like the Blue Jays. I like the Blue Jays.
That was not a game I got to. So,
and of course, I like the Orioles. So
that was a game I spent 2 minutes talking about.
That makes sense. But no, I like the Blue Jays fading Garrett Cole. That's all I got right now.
All right. So what I've moved on so far, I don't know if you've been watching the show at all.
No, I haven't.
I moved on the Rays run line at minus 120. I got the Washington Nationals full game plus 2.5 at minus 125. I thought that was a nice price to get 2.5 runs. I thought that was a nice little price there, so I took a shot with that because I just thought that line was just way too wide for a road team, and I get it. It's the Braves. It's Max Fried. And then I went back to a team that's been making me some good money as of late with the New York Mets first 5. This is a Mets team that's been playing much better as of late. And they're getting underpriced because they've just been bad this year. So I think the last 9 games they'll be value betting the Mets. And
I already said I'm not touched. Hey, I haven't touched them in a while, Nick, and they're winning games. So there you go. You're welcome.
There you go.
But I'm not touching Mets games. Have fun.
All right, then we'll move on or head back to the chat here. We start right there. Yeah, it's sharp money on the Mets. Public will hit Philly later. Exactly, because Philly's got to win. All right, I mean they're still in the wild card race. They got to win. I like the Pirates. I kind of lean Pirates too. I might end up with a bet on the Pittsburgh Pirates today. Yeah. Georgia State plus 7. I'll one up you. Yeah. Georgia State money line tonight. I got Georgia State money line in the plus. I got plus 6.5.
Everybody has Georgia State.
Do they? I'm
that's
not
all I've been
surprised.
seeing.
Coastal's covered every game. So
that's all I'm seeing is everybody on Georgia State.
No, then that one's a loser anyway. So no bother watching the game tonight. Georgia State's already.
I'm not saying that. I just said that's all.
I'm also on the over 63. So
yeah, I like the over in that game.
Joe Kryptonite, yo.
Yep, because he was on the
Cubs
opposite side of the WNBA game.
Yo, yeah. Cubs are like 11-2 in their last 13 against the Pirates. With one of those losses being yesterday, got to go huge on Cubs. All right. There we go. WNBA went well last night. How are we doing? Doing good.
You know how we did.
Oh, yeah. T-Earle, I'm at. How did the line move towards the Pirates? Cubs opened up at a 70% payout, and it's down to a 58% payout. On my book, this line opened up. I can go over that. On my book, this line opened up at 214 yesterday. It was minus 164. The highest it was on the book was minus 164, and now the line is a minus 160. The line's moved 4 cents towards the Pirates. That's how. I use bet online numbers. I don't use Action Network when it comes to like the opening line and the closing line because I trust Gas Station Sushi to be more reliable than the Action Network opening lines and the line movements that way. So you got to look at other sites for that. So, hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Pirates are going to raise the Jolly Roger tonight? Mm-hmm. Thoughts on the Nationals, Tim?
I mean, I lean that way, but I'd rather back the Nationals on the road than at home.
Fair. Let's get weird. Cardinals, Blue Jays, Orioles. Cardinals are such a weird line today that they're pick 'em against the Brewers.
Yeah, we've seen this all year, Nick. Where the Cardinals are always a pick 'em and then they always lose the game. Yeah. So no, I'm not buying that.
Yep. The Mets have speed. They have power.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
No, Nathan, they don't. Because what I'm thinking about,
the Mets need speed. The Mets need power. The Mets need pitching. That's what I'm thinking about right now.
They don't have it. They need it. There you go.
Yeah. Action Network and Observing DK myself says lines moving towards the Cubs, not the Pirates. Fair. And that's the beauty of it.
Some books might be different.
Some books it might be. I can look at what DK has done. Here, let me look up DK for you real quick because that can easily contradict what I just said. Because on BetOnline, yeah, actually, you're right there. Because on DK, they opened this line up at a 155. It went down to a 142 immediately, and it's come all the way up to a 166. So yeah, on DraftKings, the line has moved towards the Cubs. On BetOnline, the line's moved towards the Pirates. That's enough to keep me off the game. And we can move on to the next one.
Sounds good.
The Detroit Tigers are minus 170 road favorites. The total is 7.5. They're playing the Oakland Athletics, but they're minus 170 road favorites with Tariq Skubal on the round versus Luis Medina. Line opened up at a 160. It's up to a 172. So this line has moved 12 cents towards these Detroit Tigers. Line opened up at an 8 at minus 110. It's down to a 7.5 at minus 110. So a move towards the under and a move towards these Detroit Tigers. We have 74% of the tickets and 87% of the cash is on the Tigers on the money line. 84% of the tickets are on the run line. No cash flow on that, and no cash flow or tickets on the total. So that's super helpful there. Ballpark Palace, the Oakland Coliseum, is the second worst hitting conditions on the slate. Minus 8% runs, minus 16% home runs, plus 2% doubles triples, minus 3% singles. Taking a look at the pitching matchup here, it's Tariq Skubal and Mason Miller. Nope, it's not Mason Miller. It is Luis Medina. So let me switch that real quick because ESPN had the wrong one when I copied this. It's Luis Medina. There we go. Medina has been downright awful. And Skubal's been good. Skubal 2.61 ERA, 0.84 WHIP the last 30 days, 11.9 strikeouts per nine, which is 34%, 1.74 walks per nine, a 2.43 BABIP, a 2.65 FIP, and a 2.82 SIERA. On the flip side, Luis Medina with a 6.39 ERA, 1.66 WHIP, 9.24 strikeouts per nine, which is 22%, 7.11 walks per nine, a 3.23 FIP, a 5.31 a 232 BABIP. There we go. 5.31 FIP and a 5.42 CR. On the flip side, the Tigers. Did I ever go over Scooble? I already went over Scooble. My bad. The bullpen advantage goes towards these Detroit Tigers as well. 4.31 FIP, 3.69 CR compared to 4.4 FIP and 4.88 CR. The hitting advantage does go towards the Athletics, 93 WRC plus, which is 18th compared to 80, which is 27th. But I think this Tigers offense will be able to get to Luis Medina in this game. And I feel like, and I know I subscribe to the theory that there's no value fading the worst teams in a given sport, but I kind of lean Tigers in this spot. Maybe I'm priced off of it a little bit. I would have to probably run line the Tigers at minus 105 because I'm doubting a minus 175, minus 105 split would pay out anything decent. Nope, 141. Hard pass. I lean Tigers. I may be priced out of the Tigers here at this spot. Maybe a first 5 laying a half at minus 130, but still that's a little chalky. I don't feel a need to get to this game, so I'm going to pass.
The thing that's funny is that the Detroit Tigers are minus 170. Yes, I know they're against the Athletics, but I don't think they should ever be this big of favorites. This is just your 1-800 gambler game. There's no reason to go after this one. Today's kind of a light card for me. I really don't have much going on today. In baseball, it just nothing really seems that appetizing to me. So I'm just going to stay away from this one.
Fair enough. We got one more baseball game, and then we do have an NFL game to go over as well.
Okay, sounds good.
Back to the chat.
I'm tempted to take the New York Football Giants first half plus 3.5.
You know what, Joe? I think you are the first person I've heard have any interest in the Giants tonight. Everybody's laying the points. You're the first one I've seen have any interest in the Giants.
Everybody likes to make money, so
yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Plus 165 actually for that. Giants over 2.5 total touchdowns plus 240 is your favorite bet tonight. God, I'll take your action. Lean under here between that one. Okay, Tigers 170. Yeah, come on. He also goes over 43.5. I disagree.
I got 45 for the total, so that's where I'm sitting with that game.
Tigers run line. Have fun, Mr. Doblino. I'm guessing that's
Luis Medina.
There you go. Tigers just played tough against the Doyers. Now time to go play a basement team. Exactly. Tigers just whooped Dodgers as an away team. Tigers easy. Kind of makes me go towards the A's, but I'm not touching this game. I'm not touching this one. Gerardo coming in saying, "Sup, Earls? What's up, Gerardo?" Tigers first 5. I'm not touching them at that number. I'm going to the A's game tonight. Gonna take Tigers to score first. Tigers first 5 run line. Good luck to you. Today feels like a 2 to 3 teamer type of day. You have fun with that. Love the Giants today.
We will get to the Giants there.
I got G-Men first half. May sell it off later. I got 7, and I'm starting to see 6.5.
Ooh, the line's dropping?
In the first half.
That's kind of interesting that the line's dropping.
Okay.
We'll move on to the final game of the MLB slate. I've only moved on 3 games. I only have 3 plays today, and I'm kind of okay with that because my main focus is going to be Georgia State, Coastal, and Giants Niners tonight, I think. But we have the Giants here, different Giants, San Francisco. So this is a weird dynamic tonight, Tim. We have the San Francisco Giants, but then we have San Francisco versus the Giants next game that we talk about. So yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about here. They're at the Dodgers, minus 170 for the Dodgers, total of 9 in this game. We have Emmett Sheehan and Kyle Harrison. Line opened up at 180. It's down to 172. So an 8-cent line movement towards the San Francisco Giants. So we'll see if I get burned by them for a third straight day. Line opened up at a 9. It's down to minus 115. It's now down to a 9 at even money. We have 40%, we have 82% of the tickets and 95% of the cash is on the LA Dodgers. And this line's gone from a 180 to a 172. Surely nothing will go wrong here. Still very limited sample size of the tickets. 25% of the tickets are on the over. No cash flow there. Ballpark Pal has Dodger Stadium at minus 3% runs, plus 4% home runs, but minus 9% so doubles, triples, minus 1% singles. And the pitching matchup here, Emmett Sheehan versus Kyle Harrison. Harrison, 5.18 ERA, 1.40 whip, 10.73 strikeouts per nine, which is 27%, 2.96 walks per nine, a 3.06 BABIP, a 5.73 FIP, and a 3.90 SIERA. On the flip side, Sheehan, 4.76 ERA, 1.24 whip, 11.91 strikeouts per nine, which is 33%, 3.18 walks per 92 BABIP, a 5.11 FIP, and a 3.31 SIERA. The bullpen advantage does go towards the Dodgers here, 3.10 FIP, 3.13 SIERA compared to 4.38 and 4.09 for the Giants. Slight hitting advantage towards the Dodgers here, 108 WRC plus, which is 15th, compared to 103, which is 13th. And this is going to lead to me staying off the spot. My X's and O's point Dodgers, the market's screaming Giants, and for me, I mean, I'd probably lean towards the market before lean towards the Giants before betting the Dodgers. There's no way I'm betting the Dodgers with how much money is coming on them and the line moving towards the Giants. That's just not going to happen. So for me, it's a pass. I lean Giants, not going to get there.
Yeah, the big question mark with me with the Giants is motivation. Oh, sorry, the Dodgers is motivation, not the Giants. Giants, I know their motivation. They want that wild card spot. But I question the Giants and the Dodgers because they've already clinched the division. And they would need to go on a really, really good run, and the Atlanta Braves need to fall apart in order for them to get the 1 seed. So I'm feeling.
Do they really want the 1 seed though?
And that's another question: is do they want the 1 seed? And I mean, they might not, because you get the 2 seed, you get to play either Milwaukee or the bottom wild card team, which could end up being this Giants team. But I don't know. That makes a good point too. I question the motivation for the Dodgers. That's my big thing with a lot of these teams is where's all their heads at? Because if none of them care, then why am I betting this? So I'm going to stay away from this game.
Fair enough.
Giants, Dodgers, first 5 under 4.5 as well. You can see it. All right, we'll go from one Giants that will probably lose to another Giants that will definitely lose.
Yeah, all I've seen is there's no shot this happens. So, not saying I'm betting them, but I have no interest in laying double digits on a prime time game like this. This line opened up on Sunday at a 10. It went up to a 10.5, back down to a 10, and now it's back up to a 10.5. So this is bounced between 10.5 and 10. Before last week, this was a 9.5. So there's been really no adjustment. I mean, maybe you want to call it 1 point for Saquon being out. This line opened up on Sunday night at 45. It did go to a 45.5 at one point. Since then, it's gone down 2 points to a 43.5. So this line's moved towards the under, and this line has bounced back and forth with a slight move towards the Niners. Let's take a look here. We have 76% of the tickets, 79% of the cash is on the Niners. So this line that actually went down because I remember last night looking at this and it was like 91% and 93% or something like that. The Niners had like ridiculous money on them. As for the money line, I mean, 17% of the tickets, 57% of the cash is on the Giants. But when you look at it, who's winning minus 500? The total, 41% of the tickets, 73% of the cash is on the under in this game. The line has moved towards the under, down 2 points in this game here. I am on that first half full game under. So it's a primetime game, and I'm going to be on the under here in this spot. I was also leaning a little bit towards. I want to see if this is still at 27.5. It's probably moved down to a 27. No, it's still a 27.5. I lean slightly towards the Niners team total under because I can see this as a game. If they do get up early, they just run out the clock and not try to push the pace in this game. The Niners. So I kind of lean towards that. My line for this game is 11.5. So I mean, there's a point of value with the Niners. Do I want a public favorite on a primetime game? Not particularly. This has a weird feel where we can see the Giants sneak into the back door late in this game. where you can see this be, I don't know, a 20-10 game, and then a touchdown for the Giants late makes it 20-17, or something along those lines, or 21-17, or whatever. Like I could see this being a low scoring game, which if I like an under, I definitely don't want to lay double digits on an under. That's just not something I'm particularly interested in. So I'd lean towards a Giants play here at 10.5. Be against everybody, be on an island, because I like being on islands. That's fun. Fade the public maybe a little bit in this one, taking the Giants, but for me, it's just first half full game under.
I feel like, and I know this probably goes exactly against what you said, but if you like the Giants in this one, lean towards the over, because the only way the Giants are covering is if they score 17, 20 points. I feel like if it's a under, then it's most likely the San Francisco 49ers going in there winning 31-7. And that could realistically be what it is. And the big thing with me, Nick, and I know running backs are interchangeable, Barkley's still a big name. And all of a sudden you don't have
the line didn't move.
Huh?
And the line didn't move to reaction of his injury.
That's fine. Because all of a sudden, because Barkley being out, not only is that a big running back, that's just an extra player that doesn't have to get defended. And when you look at it, what do the Giants have? Daniel Jones is going to probably be their best rusher tonight. You're not going to win a game with Daniel Jones being your best rusher. You're not going to cover a game with Daniel Jones being your best rusher, especially against this Niners team that's one of the best run defenses in football. So they're going to try to find a way to throw the ball. I don't see it. I know it's your Giants, Nick, but I would lean towards the Niners in this one. I may make the Niners a contest pick today. I want to look more into the slate, but I may have the 49ers as a Pub Sports Radio contest pick for me.
Neither side came anywhere close to a contest pick for me here. I like a lot more on Sunday, so
that's fine. That's fine.
And when it comes to the game here, also, I was looking a little bit last night at a player prop, actually 2 player props, and with Barkley being out, number one, I could see. I think Darren Waller could be a decent little safety blanket for him.
Is he healthy?
Yes, he's playing tonight.
Okay, I didn't ask if he was playing. I asked if he was healthy.
I mean, if he wasn't, he wouldn't be playing.
That's not true.
Okay. And then the one I was actually looking at, though, was former San Francisco 49er Matt Breida, who is going to be the starting running back tonight. I was looking at him over 2.5 receptions at plus 138 and over 12.5 receiving yards at I think minus 114. Because I could see pressure being placed by the Niners and Daniel Jones being forced to drop off little dump passes to Breida. So that's kind of where I can see Breida getting used for tonight's game as well. I think he's going to rush the ball a decent amount. But the problem with that is with the Giants, I don't think the Giants will be up in this game much.
No.
Does that mean they'll be down double digits? No.
Yeah.
But I could see them trailing for most of this game, and you're not going to be able to run the ball as much if you're trailing. So I would lean towards Matt Breida to get some receptions here and get some dump offs. 12.5, I think, is a little too low for a number there. So
there you go.
All right,
Giants looked much better in the second half.
When Dable started taking over play calls, yes.
They were also going up against the Cardinals, but okay. Kittle, anytime touchdown, yes. Teaser, cheater, Niners -5 and the under, yes. Dodgers always want to beat the Giants, or maybe Dodgers fans always want to beat the Giants. The big thing with the Dodgers right now is they want to get to the playoffs healthy. I think that's their main concern. Giants need Waller to go off. Yes. Bingo. No speed, no power is what the Giants have. There you go. I'm getting a projected score of 37-17. Bump down that 17 a little bit. Maybe put it down to a 3, and we're good to go. McCaffrey anytime touchdowns on -280.
Can I bet him under half a touchdown at plus 200?
No. Could be more. That still goes over the total.
No overs.
Yes, I could see Debo. That's all the games for today. We'll go ahead and do some a little bit of
Housekeeping. Housekeeping.
If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share. All the good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all the links in the description below. All the ones above Nick's head. YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Make sure you guys are checking that out. Become a member of the Earle Sports Bets YouTube channel, $4.99 a month. You guys get cards for NFL and college football every single week. Those will be posted tonight. All the Thursday games we kind of already talked about already. We got the over in the Coastal game, and we got the under in the Niners game. So there you go. Those are all the ones for Thursday night. All the other ones will be up on that member-only video. And we'll have college basketball. I can't wait for that. Once that drops, that will be member-only videos. And then we'll have some NBA and NHL ones as well. So make sure if you guys are interested, become a member of the channel. Recap time. I'm not a big fan of today's slate. I like the Blue Jays, and I like the Orioles today. It has to be on the run line. And I like the under in the Niners game, and I like the Niners. Nick?
Yeah, I'm on the Rays, -1.5. I'm on the Nationals, +2.5, and I'm on the Mets first 5, and that's it for baseball today. Only 3 plays. And I'm on the first half full game under for the primetime game, like I will be every single game. Trying to decide whether or not I'm going to add the Niners team total under, or maybe the Giants, but I don't think I'm going to add the Giants. But I would lean Niners team total under. But for me, that's it.
There you go. Very rare for a primetime game to be the fave covers and the over.
I see 23-14.
That's why I said if it goes over, it's because the Giants end up putting up points. Because I see the Niners putting up 28-31. So if the Giants put up points, that means they covered. I'm either a genius or a dumbass. I've got a 10-leg parlay, NFL legs, not to get a safety. I've seen that in parlay before. That's interesting. I think they'll split the carry for San Fran. I don't think they'll run McCaffrey no more than 20. It's a short week. Yeah, I want to stay healthy, especially when you're going up against the Giants. You could win without using them all the time. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow for another one. Good luck, everybody, and good night.